Overflow is a living reality. I want you to know, overflow is a realm in the spirit. Overflow is a dimension of God that is good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Overflow is the dimension where the Lord sends the wind, and then you have quails all over the land for 2 centimeters, and then it is 24 hours work. Oh, you didn't hear that? The quails that the wind blew in round about the camp of the Israelites will take you 24 hours to go round. And then it was 2 centimeters high. That's overflow. Overflow is what happened in Acts chapter 5 when Peter was moving on the streets, and just by his movement, his shadow caused healing. What that means is that we're stepping into a day where we carry the power of God outside from the church outside. Overflow is taking God to the streets. We have locked God too much in our churches, entertained ourselves, sang so much to ourselves, done a whole lot of things, but we have not seen the tangible presence of God. Overflow is the dimension of the presence of God where the priest cannot minister. Overflow is somebody carrying the mic to sing, and your singing deserves cancer. Oh Jesus, maybe you are not with me. That is, I don't know what you have in your heart, but you see, overflow is not the norm. Overflow is not the norm. Overflow is the overshadowing of the presence of God. When you say that he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High will abide under the shadow, that means the cherub of God, it goes beyond you and cover. That is overflow. And that is what we want to break into. We are tired of gospel artists that have good voices but no power. We are tired of musical concerts or musical programs that we organize every year, and the territory cannot shift. Overflow is that after this, the roads that are not done will be done, because something shifted in the atmosphere. Overflow is that after this, even you that did not have a prayer life, all of a sudden you begin to pray, because it is not you. You entered into a Wi-Fi in, oh Jesus, in the spirit. Something, a portal opened in the spirit that makes you, Saul is not a prophet, but when he comes to the company of the prophet, he takes out his data, and in the spirit he begins to pick prophetic signal. Why? Because there's an overflow in the atmosphere. Overflow. Overflow is church on the street. Overflow. How do you explain Peter just walking and his shadow? No, it was not his shadow. It was the overshadowing of the presence of God. That is overflow. It is that dimension of good measure, pressed down, shaking together. And he looks at it and presses it down, and he shakes it together and takes it down, and he shakes it and takes it down to a place that it keeps what? Flowing. My cup runneth over. That is overflow. That is overflow. Where you don't need handbills. That's overflow. You just stand in a place and you just begin to chant in the spirit and just begin to sing in your spirit, because it is a posture in the spirit. Your standing in that place speaks to the territory. They know somebody enter. As I round off, I'm looking forward to a time where not by our handbills. See, in the kingdom, there's nothing like political correctness. In the kingdom, we're too concerned about our voices. We're too concerned. We come to places like this. Is the light right? the mics, are they right? The decoration, are they right? The backup singers, are they right? This other one, are they right? So much rightness, but no power. So much rightness, but no power. So much rightness. You can't leave this program and know that I met with Jesus. You can't leave this program and say something confronted me about my sin life. How dare you come here and carry the mic and sing and live here and go and sleep with that boy? That is not overflow. I confront that spirit. Overflow is that the priest cannot minister. Overflow is that you come into the presence of God and you see you become crazy like David. Overflow is I am not organized. I'm a mad person. Overflow is misbehaving in the presence of God because there is something that is pushing you. That is overflow. We didn't come. I don't know about you. I don't have time to waste time because I had a revelation and I saw a door open in the spirit and I saw on it written a generation. And the Lord told me that right now in the body of Christ in Nigeria, there are two sets of people that He's training. The Joshua Caleb leadership generation and the generation. I belong to the Joshua Caleb leadership generation. Some of you belong to the generation. But you see, no matter how on point Joshua and Caleb is, the generation will stop them. So I can't afford for you not to pray. Because you're not praying, even if I'm praying 20 hours, will affect me. I need you. I need you to do your 30 minutes. I need you to stand on your watch and do your 20 minutes. I need you to do your 1 hour. I need you to do your 20 hours. It is we all. It is we all. It is we all. It is we all. Together, we are entering the promised land. So no more individualism. David is organizing a program. It is not King David's program. It is my program. If Church Amazing is doing a program, it is not Church Amazing program. It is my program. If he's organizing a program in Benin, it is my program. Because I need him and he needs me. We're going to link up together in the spirit and then there will be an overflow. Give the Lord praise. I'm sitting down now, but we want to shout over the territory. Can you shout? That Jesus becomes everything in the city of Sablé. Shout! 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 That the stronghold of backwardness and retrogression over this land is broken by ourselves. Shout! Because God is going up with a shout. Shout! Because the shout of the King is in our midst. Shout! Because beginning from today, there will be an overflow in Sablé markets, on the streets of Sablé, at Ubaidi Junction. Hey, I don't know about you, but we need God to touch places in the city. Shout!